Today is the 8th of December, the second day of the Conference of Parties in Copenhagen, and one of the major news flashes that occurred during the middle of the day in the afternoon was the fact that the so-called Danish text was revealed in the newspapers. The London Guardian had it on its website, and all of a sudden everybody was very upset about it and talking about this so-called Danish text. The Danish government immediately came out with a disclaimer saying that this was not really a Danish text. The UNFCCC Secretary Ivo de Boer came out with a statement saying that only the UNFCCC can come up with official text, and anything that other countries do are not official. So they're trying to downplay the significance of this particular text. In terms of what's happening at the negotiations, the negotiators are continuing with the negotiations. They have been given the end of this week to try and complete as much as possible in the negotiating track by Friday evening, and then on Saturday the ministers arrive and the ministers will take over the process, and if there is sufficient progress in the negotiations they will use the negotiating text. If not, then it's very unclear what will happen, whether the Danes will produce a text. If they do produce a text, there is every possibility that that won't be the only text. There are other texts being developed, like one from China along with the other countries, the basic countries, China, India, Brazil and South Africa. And there are rumors that other groups are also preparing some text, and they will all bring it forward to the ministers. And at that point, ministers will have to be the ones that sort things out, and we don't know how that will play out. And then after the ministers have a few days, they will have to have something for the heads of state to finalize when they come at the very end of the process, at the end of next week. And the heads of state will probably be given an incomplete agreement which the heads of state themselves will have to agree. So we are very much in uncharted territories. We don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen. But anything can happen, and there's every possibility for countries to insert and assert their rights and make sure, particularly the vulnerable countries, make sure that they get a good agreement and not agree to a bad agreement.